of the IrieFm Forum, Running Africa. Thank you very much, DJ Talia. What good. Tell him how to one howdy. Quantum, DJ Quantum taking over right now. And we're coming to you live from Jarett Park in Montego Bay. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Hotep, Hetepu, Ujambo. Muta is my co-host on the ground this morning. The team is here. Ricardo Powell on the ground, our engineer. We also have Irvin Dwyer on the ground. My producer, Joy Morgan. We are all live on the ground in Jarett Park. My co-host, Muta. My name is Andrea Williams, and we're going through until 10 o'clock. That's when the big A comes in with the Sunday sunshine. As you join us here in Jarett Park, we are literally piggybacking on what's happening here because just now, the stage show, the big stage show, just wrapped, and there's still a crowd gathered inside of Jarett Park. Those who have stayed on after the stage show, and those who are coming in for the outside broadcast. Good morning, my brethren, my brother, my friend, Muta.
Yeah, I want to tell people in Jamaica good morning. We've been here from yesterday, from Granville. It's for wonderful.
That would be Friday,
yeah,
Muta.
Yeah. Oh,
we don't see you look confused. May I help you, man? I'm here to help you.
Yes. It's Jai cause it. All right. So we've been here from yesterday at today what? Sunday.
Today is Sunday. So you were here from Friday.
We were here from Friday.
So Thursday it was Kingston.
Yeah, it was a wonderful togetherness. Rastafari, brethren and sisters, them. You know, we see a kind of banquet for the elders, and then some serious chanting and thing. It was wonderful. Now, last night we see a stage show in Jarett Park, and this early morning, you know, we have the Running African Forum still on the journey about the Coral Garden incident. And
still working out with a shock wave on the grounds here at Jarett Park. And as you heard Muta say, still on and within the context of the Coral Gardens massacre. A lot has been said, a lot is stirring in terms of what happened at Coral Gardens. And now we see the spin doctors are getting ready to change the facts. Muta, we are beginning to witness the spin doctors trying to change the facts of Coral Gardens right in front of us.
Well, we expect that, you know, and I mean, maybe between now and, well, let me just say 9 days. Between now and 9 days, all you're going to hear about is what the Rastafari them do in Kingston on Thursday, you know, and so we expect to see all of that. But why you look Bongo Jerry, who's a cameraman today, we don't see him behind a microphone.
And also a special guest. He's a
Look
special
like
guest.
He just come from church, actually.
He's a special guest inside of the program. Our brother Miguel Lone is also
Miguel
here,
is here, yes,
as a special guest. Give thanks, Bongo Frank. So many persons on the ground at this early hour of the morning here inside of Jarett Park. You would not believe it. But it's believable. We're moving out of the big stage show into the live broadcast. It's brought to you courtesy of Island-wide Home Refurbishing. We specialize in refurbishing, turning your ordinary home or office into something extraordinary. Call 437-6974.
I know it's a Carlin Cooper and the Crowns here early morning.
Let me just go through the sponsors. Contractor Music Marketing, promoters of Nature's hit single Revolution. Mr. T Auto, Main Street Auto Rares. For all your auto needs, 974-2240. And Brown's Dry Cleaning and Laundromat, Salt Spring and 36th Church Street in Montego Bay. We keep people clean. Let me just say once again, thanks very much to the sponsors who have come on board to make this broadcast possible this morning. Yes, Muta.
Oh, you love me delinquent brethren, Africa love. I get to find out he's a very delinquent Rasta, you know. So from now on, is that I'm going to call him delinquent Rasta. And him know why I call him delinquent though. It's a big, big delinquency. Him bring out for me the other day, but that's all.
Well, he's here. All right. Once again, just to say, within the context of the Coral Gardens massacre, 50 years since Coral Gardens, and the culmination of the activities surrounding the 50th anniversary of this atrocious and terrible and cruel and wicked act that was carried out against Rastafarians by the state. This outside broadcast represents the culmination. In other words, we're winding down with this outside broadcast. But a lot has happened over the past month. A lot has happened, especially within the last few days, starting on Thursday, Muta. And so this morning, part of what we're going to do while we talk to all the people who are gathered here on the ground is to reflect on what has happened and to look forward.
Yeah, since Thursday, a lot of people have been asking me what next. And I'm seeing that what next is dependent on what we call the 9-day thing. Because really, we have to sit down and see the reaction and the action that is taken toward this 3-day event here. So after that 9-day, maybe we can sit down, Rastafari, Virgin and Sister, and we sit down and analyze what them say and what them never say, how them say it and who say it. And then we can move forward from there, But I think it's too early for ask. I want to say, so what next? Because we can explain what next, what we intend. Because we need to do certain things, we know that. But in terms of what took place over the 3 days, this is it for the first time, is the longest we're going to have a Coral Garden incident action movement. So I am feeling that we should wait to see.
And Muta, the point you're making, I think, is very relevant. What next is happening? And that's the point, is that, I've been saying to a person who've been asking me that too, is that what next is what we're doing. And because action is what action is.
Yeah.
So what next is that this was not necessarily planned as the next. Coral Gardens is 50 years since that. But it happened because people are moving.
Yes,
and when a movement is happening, it's difficult to ask what next because it takes care of itself. Of course, planning is important.
Of course.
But what next is not a question that we can answer.
It's surprising that Rastafari in Jamaica and on the road we hear comments like, we never know there's so much Rasta in Jamaica.
Oh.
That is one of the weirdest things I hear. We never know so much Rasta in Jamaica. Can you imagine if Rasta didn't really gather as all Rasta is? They would have a ship rather than Jamaican them.
In terms of even the economics, I'm thinking we hear all the time how many black people, for example, in the world and the power of the black money and where we spend our money. I think it's a very similar thing that Rastafarians will have to begin to ask, the power of the Rastafari in terms of supporting the Rastafari community, in terms of building the economic base of Rastafari to ensure that feeds back on the rest of the society. This is something that is a question not just for Rastafari, but for us as Africans, wherever we are.
Vital, Marcus Garvey always talk about the economical base and foundation of any group or organization. The longevity and the necessity of it is really connected to the economical base and the foundation of it. So it's not unusual for really Rastafari start to really say, we can galvanize ourselves and figure out this economical base. Because that is how we really going to move forward. We have to deal with that economical situation.
All right, Muta, lots of persons gathered on the ground here. Our special guests in the house. We have standing next to me, Bongo Jerry Small, and you have standing next to you our brother Miguel Lon. But before we come back to our special guests and to speak to the many persons who are gathering here and continue to gather at Jarett Park, let's take a quick break. We come back with you right here at the Jarett Park in Montego Bay. The concert, the big stage show was last night. Mutan, before we get to a very special guest, I was here for part of the time. I came here and I saw you, and I left you here.
But I was there for part of the time too.
Oh, you left after I did?
Left, I don't leave the park up to now. But I was in my car.
Yes.
Waiting for now. I don't want to stand up out here and look like a junk. I say Tom junk, but Tom no fool.
So you get a little short time.
No, I hear everything we are going on the stage. I know they say Chronics come and match down the whole place. And then later was I say Capleton and Tony Rebel and Bushman and Who else did it? 3 man has to run up on the stage and really go out with that thing. So that was really wonderful still.
Did Queen Africa perform? Because I know she was here last night. Queen Africa, did she hit the stage?
Oh gosh, man. Yes, Queen Africa. No, I wasn't sleeping through she. I don't even know which part I did I sleep. Must be between the introduction of one and to the next one I drop and sleep. But no, it was a nice concert.
Yes.
Nice concert, really. As a matter of fact, it's the biggest concert the committee ever have since them I keep the concert them. So
really?
we really feel good about that, yes. Yeah, but
okay.
I think that the organizers should have looked for next year and do everything up at Granville. That is really my intention. That even the peer party, the concert, all of those things you are doing at Granville, we don't really need to come in at Jarett Park because the rest of them have a headquarters already. Where them not have to pay for, where them not have to lock down certain hours. Because I just said the police them come and lock it down. I think Granville should have been the home for this remembrance vibes here.
And you say Granville as opposed to Coral Gardens. So Granville because of the Pit 4.
Yeah, it's like this year they had 2 days. I think the 2 days should have keep in a Granville.
At the Tabernacle.
Yeah, at the headquarters. So you can't set it up a way that you still can charge for going inside there. You know, and it make more sense to me because even if the crowd don't big, it look big. In a Jarett Park, if the crowd big, it look little.
No, this is a massive venue. This is a massive venue, yes.
Too much walk up and down space, it make you feel despondent. It feel like rat, but nobody know there. When really and truly away from people there. You understand? So even now, you can say, even though it look like no people to we, but really and truly Jarett Park so big that it look like nobody know inside there. You know, and that make you feel low. You know, it give you a low feeling like, well, it look like nobody know there anyway. If you keep it up at Granville, I'll 10 people in the place talk.
You have a point. All right, so just a quick look back to what happened last night. Anybody standing here who were here last night? Anybody? Yeah, you're here, my brother. What's your name?
John Dredd.
And you're coming all the way from where?
London.
Where in London, my brother?
In England.
But I know you are from Leytonstone, aren't you?
Yeah, Leytonstone, East London, yeah.
All right, did you come in especially for this?
Could you repeat?
Did you come especially for this?
Not really, no. There's a chat through creation, you know.
Right, but this one couldn't miss you?
No.
All right, how long now you living in London?
31 years.
Many years. Have you ever seen anything like this in terms of the activities from Thursday into today?
No. Nothing like this in London.
Right, you want to pick up your brethren them in Leytonstone or across London?
Well, just be Sunday, Minelek, Marcus and Martin, if you are listening, John Dredd are yelling up, stay strong and firm. I'm assisting them.
All right, as we say good morning to our listeners on the internet at IrieFm.net and especially those in the UK at this moment. But don't feel so jealous of others. We're going to be linking you shortly. Were you here last night, my brother?
Yes, I was here.
How was it?
It was very nice. It's gone so people telling come on this morning. Everything get nice.
All right, how long have you been a Rastafarian?
How long I am a Rastafarian? 50 odd years now, from 57 till now.
So you remember anything about Coral Gardens and the massacre? Do you have any memories of it?
I was living in town, so I was working with an Jamaica telephone company. When I get the call, it say, Coral Garden under fire, giving a Rasta man, and then through that I lose my job with Jamaica telephone company.
You lost your job because of that?
Hello?
Did you say you lose your job?
Yes, truly. In the class business, they called me up in the office that I must go and trim and shave. But I never returned until today. I'm a Rastafarian until now.
Well, what do you think about the activities that you see happening here as somebody who has been coming on this journey for such a long time?
Well, to me it is very nice. And the process is enough people come out on this thing. Okay?
Thank you very much. Let me talk to one of our sisters.
I talk to this delinquent Rasta a little bit.
All right, we'll just squeeze a sister in the middle.
All right, talk to her.
How you doing, Sister Marcy?
I'm doing good. I'm doing great, as a matter of fact. And I love full, as Rastafari would say. I've been on from the march from Thursday. I came down Friday. I've been here. I've been working.